What if Nigeria's oil rigs went from just 8 to 46 in just a few years, bringing tens of thousands of barrels back online, boosting reserves, and drawing in fresh investments? That rebound isn't just a promise anymore, it's happening. Nigeria's oil rebound: signs, achievements, and what lies ahead. The Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, NUPRC, has delivered promising news. Nigeria's oil and gas sector is showing major signs of recovery, from rig counts rising, crude production increasing, reserves being upgraded, to investor confidence returning. The upstream sector is shifting gears. But this rebound comes with both opportunity and challenges. Key indicators of the rebound. 1. Rig count surge. One strong signal of revival is the growth in active drilling rigs. They've climbed from 8 rigs in 2021 to 46 rigs recently. This reflects renewed exploration and development activity. 2. Higher crude output. Production has surged too. From a rough base of about 1 million barrels per day back in 2021, recent figures suggest Nigeria is producing around 1.7 to 1.8 million barrels of crude, plus condensates in some counts. These figures include proven and probable reserves, 2P, showing that there is substantial resource base to work with. 4. Project 1 million barrels per day. Launched in October, recent, this initiative aims to add 1 million barrels of crude oil production to Nigeria's existing output. Already, about 300,000 barrels has been added under this program. 5. Deepwater potential being re-examined. NUPRC unveiled plans to harness 5.13 billion barrels of deepwater oil reserves. If tapped successfully via field development plans, FDPs, this could boost production by about 810,000 barrels per day from deepwater assets. What's driving the comeback? Regulatory reforms and incentives. Changes under the Petroleum Industry Act, executive orders, reforms to local content law, tax incentives, reducing bureaucratic hurdles have all helped spur investment. Better investor confidence, more rigs, bigger field development plans being approved, fresh production sharing contracts, especially in offshore deepwater blocks. These signal that investors believe returns will improve. Unlocking idle or dormant fields. Efforts to re-enter or rehabilitate wells that had been abandoned or shut down have helped add production. Also, operators are working to reduce production costs, improve infrastructure, and accelerate development of approved projects. Reserves and exploration growth. Upgraded reserve reports, renewed exploration interest, gas flare commercialization, also contributing to improving the upstream base. Challenges and obstacles to overcome. Even with strong signals, Nigeria's rebound is not without speed bumps. 1. Gap between potential and actual production. Although production is up approximately 1.75 to 1.8 million barrels per day, technical potential is put at 2.2 million barrels per day or more. That leaves a gap of several 100,000 barrels that aren't being realized. 2. Deepwater infrastructure and project sanction delays. Deepwater fields, while rich in potential, face higher costs, logistical difficulty, project sanction delays, and technical complexity. These slow down how fast deepwater output can be ramped up. 3. Security issues and theft. Oil theft, pipeline vandalism, and other forms of leakage have historically undermined production and revenue. While there has been some progress in reducing theft and deferred production, these remain risk areas. 4. Financing and capital expenditure. Large projects need big investment upfront: drilling, rig maintenance, FPSO for deepwater, infrastructure. Getting capital flows, reducing risk, and ensuring returns are vital. Regulatory clarity helps, but execution is key. 5. Regulatory and bureaucratic bottlenecks. Approvals of field development plans, delays around contracts, environmental permitting, local content compliance, and occasionally overlapping regulations slow down progress. Simplifying procedures without compromising standards is necessary. What this means for Nigeria and its energy future. Boost in foreign exchange earnings and government revenues. More oil production translates to more exports, more earnings, and more funds for government budgets, if pricing and costs work in favor. Job creation and local content. Increased rig activity, field reactivations, and new exploration creates work for engineers, technicians, service companies, local suppliers. Local employment and technology transfer can rise. Longer reserve life and energy security. With strong reserve numbers and concerted effort to unlock deepwater resources, Nigeria can better secure its future energy needs and set up for sustainable extraction. Positioning in global energy markets. A stronger oil sector, along with improved governance, positions Nigeria more favorably among global producers. It helps in negotiating contracts, partnerships, and ensures that production meets global demand curves. Challenges from global trends. But there's a balancing act. The world is gradually shifting to cleaner energy. While oil is still highly relevant, Nigeria needs to ensure it remains adaptive, leveraging its oil gains for diversified investments and preparing for energy transition. What needs to be done to keep the momentum going? 1. Speed up field development plan approvals and execution. Focus not just on approving FDPs, but ensuring they are implemented on schedule, reduce paperwork, enforce timelines. 2. Improve infrastructure and reduce the cost of production. Efficient pipelines, better logistics, especially for offshore and deepwater, dealing with logistical bottlenecks, using improved technologies for drilling and extraction. 3. Strengthen security and anti-theft measures. Expand monitoring, community engagement, enforcement, anti-vandalism measures, maximize surveillance. 4. Ensure regulatory stability and better investor frameworks. Clear fiscal terms, predictable tax regimes, incentives for reinvestment, clarity in contracts, transparency, all to keep investor confidence high. 5. Focus on deepwater and untapped reserves. The massive deepwater potential, billions of barrels, plus gas, needs dedicated focus, cluster development, operator partnerships, and investing in large infrastructure. 6. Diversify and prepare for the energy transition. While increasing oil production, also invest in natural gas, renewables, refining, local petrochemicals to build value chain and reduce dependence on raw oil exports. Future targets and what to watch. Will Nigeria reach the 2.6 to 3 million barrels per day target? That is the big benchmark many in NUPRC and government have set. Whether deepwater FPSOs and offshore fields get sanctioned and brought into production on time. How much rig count evolves further. More rigs typically mean more exploratory work and possibly new discoveries. How much of the idle wells and shut-in assets can be revitalized? How Nigeria balances rising production with environmental and community obligations. Final thoughts. Nigeria's upstream oil industry appears to be waking up. Rig counts are up, reserve numbers are being revised upward, and production is climbing. The efforts under regulatory reform, investment incentives, and targeted programs like Project 1 million barrels per day are paying off. But this rebound doesn't guarantee sustained success. Tough work remains. Delivering on infrastructure, cutting out inefficiencies, securing investment, and staying resilient to global shifts in energy demand. If Nigeria plays its cards well, this period of comeback could become a lasting chapter of growth and stability, not another rise and fall story.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this update and want to stay informed with fast, reliable news, don't forget to subscribe to Newsflash 360. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a story. Your next headline is just seconds away.